And hello everyone, welcome back to another Python tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll actually be getting into programming in Python. So, let's get started. We'll be focusing on printing and comments. So there's a couple of things you need to take note of when you do programming in Python. One is spacing / indentation is important, meaning you cannot start your program with a space in the front. For example, print hello world. When I save this, you'll notice I get these red squiggly lines because of unexpected indentation. Spaces and tabs in Python serve very important roles, which we'll talk about in future tutorials. And you'll notice how in future tutorials why you can't just use spaces and tabs anywhere, especially not before code. This is a no-no, but you can put spaces afterwards. That's perfectly fine. It won't affect the actual code. Alright, so let's talk about print. What exactly does print do? Now, all print really does is it puts text on the screen. So print in brackets, in quotes, can be either double or single quotes. So I can do this or this. Both will work. And then hello world or any piece of text you want to display in the terminal. We have gone through this during the installation process. So just python main.py and you'll get hello world. Print is also a good way to show you how code is executed, which is always from top to bottom. There are specific scenarios where it's not just straight downwards, but we'll get to that in the future. To see what I mean is if we were to go like this, we will always, in every single scenario that we run this code in, we'll get hello world 1, then hello world 2. The order will never ever change, no matter how many times I run this, because the code executes always from top to bottom. However, if we were to change up this order, then you'll notice it changes here. So always from top to bottom. That's something to take into consideration when writing your program. And that's really all print does. It just puts something on the screen. Next up is comments. So a comment in code is something that will not be executed. It is for the developer to see and read and whatnot. So let's say you work on a program and you leave that piece of code there for, let's say, 6 months. When you get back to the code, you may not really understand what you were thinking when you were doing things in your code. Having a comment to explain what is going on could save you easily 2-3 days of just trying to figure out what's going on in your code, because you can just read the comments. It is also useful notes not only for you, but also for anyone else who wants to work with your code. To create a comment, you just use a hashtag symbol and you put in text here. So this is a print statement. This code here will not be executed. So if I were to, let's say, put this piece of code behind a hashtag, you'll notice it actually gets highlighted to be green. So when I run this, we won't actually get hello world 1 because it is part of a comment now. Anything after hashtag, except in quotes, so this here, that will not be a comment because this is in quotes, and you'll learn later why. So this here, that is not a comment. But because these are not in quotes, they are considered comments. And anything that's a comment, as I said, will not be executed by the program, will not be executed by Python, but it will be there for you later. Now these are single line comments, meaning when I go to the next line, I can type regular code again. You also get multi-line comments, which uses either 3 double quotes here and then below it another 3 double quotes, or you can do the same with single quotes like this. Now these serve multiple purposes, but for our case we're just going to see it as a comment. In here again we can put print hello world and this will not be executed. I can put any text here and it will not be part of the program. This is just a comment for you. So when I run this, you'll see we get hello hashtag world because we put a hashtag there. And this will not be executed, and this will not be executed because these are just comments. These multi-line comments are nice because now you don't need a hashtag in front of every single line. This is nice if you're going to have a lot of lines of just comments. Comments can also be used after pieces of code, like this is a comment. This is useful if you want to describe a specific line. Just put that after the line. Again, this will not be executed. So if we go here, as you can see, there we go. And note, a comment will always be a comment. So if I do this, it will make this a comment. This is not inside quotes, so it is a comment. Whilst this one here is inside quotes, so it is not considered a comment. And that's the basics of printing and comments in Python. They're really simple and incredibly useful. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again in the next Python tutorial.